Okay, welcome back everybody. Now we're going to continue with the project. We're going to add a scene for our character. Okay, and then nest the scene pieces and the character into another symbol called scene. Okay, so layers don't matter right now. I'm just going to create everything all on one layer and just put things off to the side. All right, so make a scene for your character to walk across, and remember the whole parallax thing. Things that are closer to the camera are going to move faster than things that are further away. So those symbols need to be different sizes so that you can move them at different speeds. So the close ground is going to be, I'm going to start by using a rectangle with no stroke. Okay, and I'm going to put my character, let's just say I'll put him in the desert. So I'll start off by kind of getting a sort of a beigey tan kind of color. Oh, maybe that's nice. Okay, for the foreground, for the sand he's going to be walking on. Right. Okay, so now that won't work necessarily because even if I move this back and forth, it will not appear like anything's moving because it doesn't have any texture or it doesn't have any difference in shape to give us any clue that it's moving. So what I'd like to do is just kind of like add just a little bit. And I'm using my Alt key to pull points. All right, and then like I said, I wanted to add like maybe there's little tufts of grass popping up. Because I want the grass needs to move with the ground. So I'm using the same color. And you'll notice these kinds of things happen in animations all the time. The way that the animation is designed is sometimes made to make it very easy. But also you'll see a lot of minimalist backgrounds and stuff like that used in 2D animation. All right, so that's good. And now that I use the same color, when I select the ground, it's still selected. So F8. And this is the sand. Okay, click, and then I can put it up off to the side. Again, get my rectangle tool, maybe choose a slightly different color, just to show you some differences there. Okay, that's a nice one. And this will be like my foothills. Some hills that are not a little further in the distance. And again, well, I'm going to scale it up this way. There we go. And then using my Alt key, just pull some points down. Okay. Okay. Very cool. And you can put lighting and texture. If you wanted to simulate that light was coming from a different direction, you could like put some shadows on the hills on this side. It also will help you give your scene some depth. Okay. Turn it into a symbol. If I could spell, I'll just call it hills. Okay. And again, push those off to the side. And we're not worried about layers or anything right now. And some nice mountains. So I'm going to choose some nice dark foreboding mountains. And they're hardly going to move at all. So that graphic, maybe that's too dark and foreboding. That's the same gray. What am I doing? I don't care. It's fine. All right, so and do the same thing. Up, down, up. Just using the Alt key to pull points and quickly create a mountain range. And like I said, they're not going to move very much. Okay, that'll do just fine. Select it. Turn it into a symbol. Click OK. All right, so now I'm going to take all three pieces of land, and I could add more things too. I mean, I could add clouds in there, I could add rocks and trees and all sorts of other things, but right now I'm just keeping it very, very simple for you. So I'm going to take all the guy and the three pieces of the ground and nest them into a symbol. So press F8 again with them all selected. Give it a good name, because when you're making a larger project, you're going to have lots and lots of these types of scenes to make up a larger animation. So like for instance, when we talk about your final project, you're going to have three scenes, okay? 3 different scenes, so that we can get 3 different views, and of course 3 different camera movements as well. All right, so now I go in here, right click, distribute to layers, and then put everything where it needs to be. Nested guy is going to be at the top, mountains are going to be at the bottom. So guy, sand, hills, mountains, right? And then you can move things around a little bit if you want to. Okay, and then make sure that progressively they get longer to the left, okay? Because the guy's going to move from stage right to stage left, and the scenery is going to move from stage left to stage right at different speeds, okay? So it just depends on which way your character is walking. All right, in the next video, we will go through the process of animating the walk cycle. All right, see you in the next video.